Hi everyone, this is Yasin from unconventionalvoices.com. This is our first tutorial for our YouTube channel. Today we gonna discuss the key messages for our published article for that targeted the new college graduates who are searching for the experience or gaining experience. So I'm going to start with the article and explaining briefly the article. So the first things you need to do is when you are newly graduated and you are wanting to gain experience, you need to look for the available sources that is going to help you to understand what you are looking for, what is the environment that you are gonna be fit to it. So the first thing that you're gonna just to look for the people who are working and have experience, like your professor or the former classmate, and the neighborhood, relative, friends, etc. There are many people who are around you have experience and they are working with profit or non-profit companies or NGOs. So you need to make this is the main things for you to look for the people who have experience, discuss with them, and keep talking to them and understand the work and how they are working. This is very important for you as at the beginning and as the level of the beginning um, and gaining experience. Secondly, you need to attend job fairs. As a job fairs, you need to know that there are small companies and there are markets who are receiving your resume by they will receive your resume not online. They could receive it in the company office. So you need to attend the office and handed your resume to the company. And also you need to apply for the NGOs and the companies. I mean, you need to apply a lot for the jobs that is not required a lot of experience. Have an interview is getting experience. So even if you don't get accepted by NGOs or company, never mind. You just need to apply and get experience by the interview is very important. The third point, use the network and join professional groups. This is a very important point. It's similar to the first point as they're gaining, I mean, listening to the people is very important, especially the people who have experience. So nowadays, there are a lot of social network and professional groups in Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, etc. There are many social network filled with the professional people who have a lot of experience, and they could give you a lot of informations, and even they could offer you temporary jobs or volunteering work. So it's very important to focus on this. The fourth point is that requesting informational interview. This is very important. All of us, when we enter the first interview, it's going to be getting afraid, hesitated, even if you have the experience. Maybe you're gonna be afraid of having the interview. You're gonna be hesitated. You will do mistakes inside the interview while you're having a lot of experience, just because you are nervous and you cannot control yourself. This is the first time maybe you enter the interview. So how could you go over this? As I mentioned, that you need to be surrounded by a lot of people who have experience on the online, on the internet, and also on the real life with the colleague, relative, friends, etc. So you need to ask like three people from your relative, from your friends, the people who have experience, to have informal interview. It's like a fake interview that they're gonna ask you. They have experience and they know how the interview is doing. So they are gonna ask you and you need to answer. So in this way you will have experience how to go over the interview, and also you will know the questions inside the interview. Gaining experience, this is very important, and it's the question for many of the new college graduates. They're asking how we gain experience. While the jobs description mentioned there is like 3 or 4 years experience, how do I gain the experience while I'm newly graduated? So here is the answers. Sorry. First of all, like you need to know that, as I mentioned in the previous point, that you are in contact with a lot of people who are working in different fields. So contact people, contact like organization, like a company, asking for temporary employment. This is will be available for many NGOs or companies. They are needing for temporary employment, and they could employ you for a temporary and short term. So this is very available, and everywhere it's available with the NGOs and with companies. So you need to ask and you need to search on the internet, and you need like to search on the social network. There are many groups, and on the LinkedIn there are many temporary appointments. The second point, this is very important as newly graduated. If you don't have experience, you need like to have a freelance jobs. Freelance jobs is very useful. You need like to work on yourself to get experience. This is very important. I could just give the another to add it to this point is self self learning. You need like to learn what you should have at work. You need to learn like to be able to work on Excel, on Word, on the computer, how to use the computer. This is very important, and spreadsheets. And this is very important for the companies and the NGOs. And email, using email, sending emails. This is very important for the companies, profit and non-profit companies and NGOs. So the third point is very important. The volunteering. Volunteering is very important. Working volunteering, it's almost the best choice for you. Maybe this is how you're gonna be involved in what I mentioned before. Sorry, the volunteering work is very important. So there are many NGOs who are requesting volunteering work, and also the companies, the profit companies, also asking for the volunteering work. During the volunteering work, you will understand the work, and you will have experience, and also you will have the reference from the company that you worked with, and this is very important. And the volunteering work is the first step for anyone who start any job. So volunteering work is very important. As you know, the internship is a period of work experience offered by company or organization for a limited time, and it may be paid or unpaid internship. And the you need like to look for the internship that is relevant to your experience and skills in particular field. And once you have internship, you will have very big chance to be able to be recruited by the same company, and the company is always seeking for or recruited the people, or recruiting the employees from their best interns, and the best you do as a performance, the best chance you will have to be recruited by the same company. The volunteering and the internship work, because the apprenticeship is gaining more money than the internship and volunteering work. As I mentioned before, the volunteering and internship, maybe it's gonna be unpaid, so or paid with the less money, and the money is not in the level of employment. The apprenticeship is more significant, and you will gain more money, and it's very knowing, because and also itself it's independently, you work independently as apprenticeship, and also this is will be for gaining experience is very important, and there are many companies are looking for the apprenticeship, and for the trainers, so it's very important for the newly graduate to think about the apprenticeship. How do you how can you gain qualification? The qualification, you could gain it via the professional development. The professional development is that you need like to gain a certificate, or you have skills that is gonna be useful to be hired by NGO or a company. So seeking out for certificates as the first level, and training, certification or training. Maybe the certificate is not important as the training, because throughout the training you're gonna gain a lot of experience. You will have information that is gonna be useful for you to have to understand the work of the companies and the NGO. So seeking out for certification is very important, and it's gonna be very important in your resume. The second point is to become entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is self-employed, and this work is maybe is better than the whole mentioned before, if you are like having the skills that make you work independently. So this is the best choice, and always the people who are working independently are having more successful life and gaining more money. So working as entrepreneur is a good choice, and also being self-independent is very important. So in this case, I'm gonna finish the tutorials, and I wish that these lessons were very useful tutorials for you. If you have any comments, please leave it in the comment section. And if you have any queries, you could just email us via our email in the video description. And see you later in the next tutorials. Bye bye.